Guys, I think the connections of the Primus into many things, into almost all things, goes so much deeper than we've even realized. Looks like Pyromancer is still on that path. Further discussions on how Zoval is not the jailer. Let's see what else Pyromancer has figured out.
Don't you guys think it's so weird that in the defeat cinematic of the jailer, you never see the Primus?
Yes, and I've said this before. You see all of the others, except the Primus, you only see his shadow and the jailer looking up at him. Watch this.
Must not be.
You have betrayed your
See?
duty as arbiter, and
There's
shall
one.
be bound forevermore. Your madness has threatened the cycle of life and death entirely.
There we go, there's another.
You could have sought another way, brother. Imagine.
Even Daddy Denathrius, who's actually just fucking playing everybody, and he's like, you know, leading dreadlords all over the place, he shows up.
What we could
But then
have
look at the Primus.
accomplished together.
You never see him.
Why, Zoval?
And you can hear the chains,
chains,
rattling on
yeah.
him when he walks up. Why, Zoval? You know exactly why, you motherfucker. And I think that this is very similar to what happened to Sargeras.
You know exactly
I
why,
think
you
that Sargeras was dominated and made to do something that he didn't actually want to fucking do.
Brother, imagine what we could have accomplished together.
Listen to the chains.
As the runes fade... Yep, there's no runes here.
Zoval,
Ha!
what drove you to this end?
You.
You preserve that which is doomed. A cosmos divided will not survive.
That's right.
What is
And he's just reciting his memories.
And notice, we've talked about domination magic and the importance of eyes in World of Warcraft and what they mean. You know, fel for green eyes and yellow eyes for, you know, the light and everything. Notice, we've seen domination magic before and how it has that, you know, Lich King glowing fog coming off of it. What do you notice about Zoval's eyes here? He has no runes on him. What do you notice about his eyes? No domination magic, right? They're just like this, you know, pale blue. There's nothing glowing off of them. But then what do you notice as he dies in the next scene? Look at that. Clear domination magic, and the domination magic fading away here.
And he's just reciting his memories. And the domination runes are carved onto his puppet.
Yep.
And it all just went according to plan.
Man, I tell you,
I don't like this.
getting played. Look at his face. Look at his damn missing tooth. He looks like a freaking decrepit Santa. You're going to tell me this guy's not a bad guy? He even looks like more of a bad guy. Just aesthetically looks more like a bad guy than the jailer did. This guy's got fucking horns and shit. Pointy ass nose, missing tooth. He looks messed up. Oh god, this is the damn Crown of Wills cinematic. It's blasphemy. What they did to the Helm of Domination.
Like, look at this
Looks
guy
like Jafar.
using, like, First One's magic and this thing that he was apparently imprisoned on inside the maw as the thing that he uses to forge this helmet with. Like what the fuck?
Look at his fingernails. Look at that pointy ass fingernails.
Like, dude, this guy knows exactly how this mechanism works.
Yeah, true.
Like, he literally knows.
Crapmas, yeah.
imbued with the strength of those who defied domination. That which sought to bind us will be made anew.
Even stronger. Forged from those who resisted domination,
So
I give
true.
to you Crown of Wills.
Behold,
Man just relabeled it. I mean, we at this point we all know the Helm of Domination. You know, domination magic. We started to realize, it's not good. We don't want that shit. Nobody wants to put on a helm that has domination in its name. So what did he do? Reforged it and called it the Crown of Wills. A will crown. He's like, here, put this one on your head. I kind of reforged it. It's literally made from the parts and pieces of the Helm of Domination and will dominate your mind, but I'm going to make it look nicer. It's a objective opinion, because this is freaking garbage. It does not look nicer. But I'll make it nice and gold for you and call it the Crown of Wills. Now put it on your head. Even better, put it on the head of the new Arbiter so I can control fucking everything.
The Crown of Wills.
How the fuck does he know that if he was captured into it? The Primus is like the main rune forger guy, though, right? Exactly, which makes it kind of strange that he got
rune
captured
magic
by
comes
his
from
own mastery, don't you think? This guy is allegedly
So we'll change your name to Will?
militant strategist in the fucking Shadowlands. So don't you think it's a little strange that the weapon he created is the thing that allegedly imprisoned him? Nah, dog. He was using it as a cover so that he could use it to fucking control Zoval. Zoval couldn't even use domination magic. He opened portals that domination magic came through.
Yeah, look, here's the thing about runes and where they come from and why the Titans use runes all over the shit that they have. Because the Primus, who created domination magic and rune magic, he freaking met with Aman'Thul. There is a meeting between Aman'Thul and the Primus where they kind of exchange some magic know-how. The Primus taught Aman'Thul how to use runes and domination magic, which, of course, a Titan would love to do because they hate free will. They hate everything that's unpredictable. So how do you predict everything? How do you make everything, straight-lined the way you want it? You dominate it. You take away its free will. So he taught them how to use rune magic and domination magic to do that. And in return, Aman'Thul gave the Primus the ability to look back in time. That's why the Primus is the ultimate military strategizer. Because he can go to a battle and see every outcome of that battle and then create the perfect strategy on how to win that battle. That's why he's the leader of the armies of the Shadowland, leader Meldraxus. So you're going to tell me that this guy who can literally see the outcomes of different times got caught by Zoval, chained up, and bitched out? I don't think so. I think he knew what was coming. I think he knew that all of this would lead to this freaking tiara of wills, and he would get what he wanted in the end. He let it all happen because he knew it was coming.
And you couldn't even see what was on the other side of the portals. I wonder.
I'm not going to be wrong.
The
That's
Primus
right.
literally is the Primus orchestrates his own escape by working with us because he's the one that put himself in there. Was there a piece of information from Aldraxis which said that being captured is sometimes a plan in the grander scheme? Yes, Tomzar. I believe that is the case. I think it might have been like a side quest or one of the houses that said it.
Yeah.
But like sometimes it's like the sleight of, I don't know how to say sleight of hand. That's not the right word. But yeah. Zoval uses domination magic during his fight. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, he puts runes on people's heads.
Shit. Yeah.
You guys remember that mechanic?
Yeah, bro. Thank you for pointing it out. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
Zoval is
actually
not
the
the
end
creator
right
of
there.
domination magic. So how he uses it?
Right,
No.
but do you understand what I'm trying to say to
Questionable.
you? I'm trying to say to you that Zoval is being dominated. It's like saying that Anduin Rin is the one using the power. You understand? It's not like that. When Anduin is all shadowy and dark, it's not like that. You guys should know this by now. Just because he's the one that has the power and the runes on him doesn't mean he's the one doing the thing, right?
Yeah.
So when Anduin goes all like this is not Anduin. It's the runes on him doing it.
Right.
Probably very similar to the Jailer, where he's got runes literally carved on his fucking body, dog.
Yeah, see the difference between, it's like some people will be like, oh, what, Anduin was stronger than Zoval? No, I think the domination magic that was used on Anduin was just a weaker version of domination magic. It was just inscribed in his armor. Whereas Zoval was probably controlled by some of the strongest domination magic we've ever seen in the game. Even stronger than the Lich Kings. You gotta remember, Arthas was somewhat able to resist domination magic. It turns out that he didn't do everything according to plan. The plan was to put the Helm of Domination on, get your sword, and be essentially controlled by domination magic and used as a pawn. Arthas kind of deviated from that and did his own thing a little bit. So he was able to kind of resist it as well. But again, he only had runes on his armor too. Zoval has fucking runes literally carved into his body. So deep, in fact, that it's carved into like his very essence beneath his skin. It's freaking crazy. So, I mean, the domination magic that was used on Zoval is stronger than anything we've seen ever in the game.
Are you serious? Come on, dude. Oh, shit.
Boy, she shut the hell up. You acted like you don't know what reaction content is. Get your shit out of here.
Figured out who I am.
Yeah, remember, bitch.
And the Primus's power immediately breaks him from the chains. Huh.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. It's
Remember what you never forgot, Primus. Come back to us.
almost like this motherfucker put himself in there on purpose. It's almost like this is entirely his
Making
plan.
that money on YouTube
and
for the
that,
wife.
He wasn't really a prisoner.
I remember
I'm sure you do.
everything.
Wow. Look who it is.
My Primus! You've been trapped here all this time?
You brought my sigil to Zoval's lair?
Primus did it for the
Forgive me,
TikTok.
Master. We were only...
Right, this guy can see futures of battles, but he didn't know that this was going to happen and Zoval was going to show up right now, and he didn't know what was going to happen with Zoval. Get the hell out of here.
He is coming.
Of course he is.
He seems to be more pissed more than relieved. He's like, fuck! I'm
you
not in
ruined my
control anymore! Why would you do this? No, I don't know.
We make our stand now.
And now Zoval can't do shit. Yeah. It's weird how that works. Zoval at his strongest can't do anything anymore.
By the five houses. It's the Primus.
Should my suspicions prove true, my sigil will be at risk. I must entrust it to your vaults. Keep it safe at all.
Fuck. I forgot about this. The reason why we figured out that all these sigils were in trouble was because the Primus told us this was Zoval's plan. How did he know this? How did he know this shit? Supposedly he knew it before it happened. Oh, because he can see into the future. That's right. That's how he freaking knew. And what did he do? Instead of preparing to be captured, he just let himself get captured. Get the hell out of here. This is so obvious. It's so obvious that he was the puppet master this entire time. I don't think this is lore speculation. I think this is the lore. I honestly do. Of everything I've talked about, I really think the Primus being the puppet master of the entire Shadowlands expansion and more, it's true.
Zoval obtains all 5 sigils. Nothing can stop him from...
Oh.
Stop him from what?
Oh.
Show them the message.
Fade away.
Yo, this fucking guy. Yo, we cannot let Zoval get all of the sigils. If he does, I might spoil my own plan. I have to stop talking.
That is all we have. If we can find
imagine
additional
some flat earthers
records,
saying
I should be able to reconstruct more of the Primus.
It's crazy how he wanted to hide his sigil and then left Star Wars holograms all over the place saying where it was. I love it, dude.
So the Primus came to Corthia after he left Maldraxxus. He must have suspected the jailer was plotting to escape.
Yeah.
Would seem. If we can locate more records, perhaps the answers will be found within them.
With the Primus gone, dark times fell upon Maldraxxus and all the Shadowlands.
Weird.
We need to find him.
Darker
If he
times are coming.
confronted the jailer, There may be nothing left of your master.
He must have planned for the jailer escaping more like. I wonder why he would do that.
Again.
You see, we track down all this bullshit and it just points to him knowing exactly how everything would play out. He makes us follow this whole fake trail. I know.
Yeah.
The Primus literally planned everything that happened in the Shadowlands, and it's kind of annoying because it's kind of a MacGuffin type of scenario.
Yeah,
but
he laid out the breadcrumbs the entire way, and we just kept picking them up and eating them. We're like, yeah, here's another sigil. Yeah, now we know what we're doing. No, we didn't know shit. All we did was kind of just fall into his plan, which makes sense because he knew we would. He saw it. Mr. Amanthul helped him see it.
He literally knew everything that was going to happen. Like, everything Zoval did that led to Korthia, that led to the first ones. The Primus is trying to find this stuff out himself. The Primus wants to know what secret the first ones hid.
Yeah.
He didn't know, but he wanted to find out. But he couldn't do it because it's heresy. You're not allowed to do that.
Right.
So he used Zoval to find out.
And he found out.
That's what he did.
He did find out.
He used Zoval as a means by which he could break the rules and find out. And it worked.
And there will be nothing
literally
left
works.
of you.
And then he uses First One's magic to help craft the new crown.
Understood.
Understood.
The Primus created the Crown of Wills, which is supposed to make you immune to domination magic. Do you think he might have added a little backdoor for his own control? No, I don't think he has to. Listen, what is that?
The Crown of Wills was created by people who could resist domination magic. He said it's literally the essence of those who can resist domination magic. But it's just freaking more domination magic. It's literally created by those who could resist it. So it's like the anti. It's like a, I don't know, a backdoor. It's a backdoor in essence to people who were able to resist the domination magic. He figured out how they resisted it, and then he created a crown of wills from those people's ability to resist it, making this more irresistible. Yeah, it's a lot of tongue twisting.
What does that mean? It makes you immune to
Tundra, I was gonna say a vaccine, but I didn't want to get into that shit.
domination magic. Let me ask you something.
Vaccines
I
are
wonder what's
controversial these
more
days.
potent, domination magic or light? I wonder which is actually more potent of a force. Just a thought, just something to think about. Considering that's kind of the comparison. I mean, it's order, right?
Domination
The bastard
magic
also
or light?
carved runes into our equipment the whole fucking time. Yeah.
Our plan is ruined. There's
Well,
no...
I mean, Death Knights literally carve rune magic into their weapons till this day. Till this day. So, I mean, that shit's still being used. Now, it's probably a lesser form of domination magic. But what's worse, though, imagine domination magic powered by the light. Oh, shit. What would that look like?
no way to get across this chasm.
I'm trying to suggest that light is a greater force of order and control than even domination. That's what I'm trying to say. So you guys interpret it as, oh, it's immune to domination magic. No, no, no. It's more powerful than domination magic.
Only
That's
one
the
was
point.
able to resist it. We saw Illidan resist that shit, right? When he killed Zira, that was a big moment. He essentially resisted the light, but most people can't. He's right. Most people are touched by the light and then it affects them the rest of their life. They just follow it.
It's that it's not immune. It's that it surpasses it in power. So
That's right, King Julian. The Crown of Wills literally does look like that. It looks like it's a domination magic infused with light. Dude, you're right. That literally is probably what the Crown of Wills is. So it's a stronger form of domination magic because it's light infused, basically.
what I'm saying is that Crown of Wills
Are you
is
saying
not
it too, maybe?
is not just what they've been expressing in Dragonflight is that control is not just domination magic. You guys are seeing the Titans use light to obtain control and order as well.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is that, like,
Shit.
there might be a reason for that.
Shit. Although the real light, we've talked about this before, the real light is not controlled. The real light is a flaming, uncontrollable light that we're going to learn more about from the Arathi and the War Within. And we're going to have our minds blown. We're going to have our minds blown. I might have found something, Sam. I used the gear up function or whatever for my paladin, which swaps out all your gear and clears your bags. And I noticed the shield looked weird. Well, it's called the Sun Soul Shield. Shit! And damn sure it has runes on it. What? Sun Soul Shield. Jesus. Jesus. You're right. It literally has runes on it. Burnt Dorito, you just fucking broke the game. That's it. We got it. We figured it out.